Yeah. Hello, everyone. Is my voice audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So done, guys. Remaining people, are you guys ready with your login page, sign up page, and home page? Or is my screen visible, guys?
No, sir.
No.
Yeah, no is visible.
Okay. So yesterday was our first task, right? So that was almost done by you guys only. That is creating home page, sign in page or login page, and sign up page. Okay, and I have just implemented routing. I have just shown you how to implement routing. So just we have followed little bit different technique to implement that routing. So we are changing the folder structure, right? Inside the routing, we have routing.jsx. Here we have implemented all our routings. Yeah. Can you make this little bit more shorter? Is it possible to make this little bit more shorter? Anybody knows any other way to make this little bit more shorter? Now, if you see here, see this component we are repeating multiple times, right? This component we are repeating multiple times. So can we make it little bit more shorter by using some technique or way? Is it possible to create one array here where routes in that array can we have a object in that can we add a path and can we have a component? So like for example, here I am just adding. Yeah, can we have something like this, guys? So what I need to do here, what I have to add? So what I want to do, all these routes I want to create in one array, and that array I want to iterate here. I want to do something like this. Here, can I just render home component like this? So like this, can I create one array? Here I can have path sign up or sign in, right? And here login. Here I can have sign up and here I can render sign up component. Okay, so what I did, I just created one array. In that array, I'm maintaining three objects. In each object, I'm maintaining two properties, path component, path component. Now what I can do here, instead of rendering route component this many times, can we do something like this? Inside this, can we take this curly brace and on these routes, can we apply map function? And from here, can we return one route component? And here you will have this element, path props and element. So here I can say element dot path and here element dot component. Will it works, guys? So if I save it, so let me go back here and let me check everything is working fine or not. Refresh. If I click on sign up, I got sign up. Here I got some sign in. Here I got home. See, everything is working fine. Understood this part? What I have done here? Okay. If you understood, type 1. If you did not understand, type 0. Just I tried to make it a little bit more shorter and more convenient way. Next time, if you want to add any routes, then directly we can add that route details in this array. No need to do any kind of changes here. Yeah. And we can add that asterisk also, right? Wildcard route. So if it is not matching with any URL, in that case, I want to just load page not found component. So we don't have that page not found component. So right now, just I will write here page not found. So inside this components, I will create one subfolder, page not found. In that, I will create one file, page not found .jsx. I'm just creating one page not found component. Here I will add h2 and I will simply say that page not found. Okay, later on we can design this part. Right now here I will add one style, font size. I will say something like 52 pixel, margin top 100 pixel, text align center. Now we can go back to this routing.jsx and here we can import our page not found component, and that page not found component here we can use it. Let me just check if it works or not. Suppose here blindly if I try to add any other route, it should show me the page not found. Okay, so if you want we can add color red as well. So that it will be in the red color, page not found. We can increase font size. I'm just making it 72 like this. Page not found. Okay, if I click on sign in, I have proper sign in, home, I have sign up. So how to integrate Bootstrap, guys? Have you remembered integration of Bootstrap with your React?
Yes, sir. In 2 ways we can do that.
Yeah. So let's go with this installation way. So let's install Bootstrap package, npm install Bootstrap. So just you have to use this command to install Bootstrap package in your system. I mean in your application project. Now once the Bootstrap package got installed, then we can go back to app.jsx or we can go to this main.jsx and here we can import our Bootstrap. What I have to do, import Bootstrap / dist / css / bootstrap dot min dot css. Okay, so if it doesn't works, if Bootstrap doesn't works, stop your server and restart it. Right now it's working. So if I just go back to my sign in component, I will get something like this. Okay, some basic sign in component, I got it. This is some title you can add. Later on, we can change navbar as well as per our convenient way. So we have now home page. So this is the home page which you guys also done. So I will check here why image is not displaying later on. Now here I got it. And we have here sign up. sign up we need to design. So your home. So just start using your Bootstrap, guys, so that you will get rid of using CSS each and every time. Wherever CSS required, you can use CSS. Wherever Bootstrap is required, you can use Bootstrap, so that you will get habituated with these two approaches. So now here we are able to show page not found. Now my requirement is, guys, whenever I load my application, I just want to show sign up. Nothing but I just want to show sign in component. I just want to show sign in component. Apart from that, I don't want to show anything else. I don't want to show even this navbar. Very similar to your Facebook. If you go to this Facebook application, whenever you open that application, first it will give you this login page only. So same thing I want. Whenever any user enters my URL, I want to show sign in page. I don't want to show my home page. My home page should be visible if user sign ins. So how we can do, guys, for that? How we can show only sign in page whenever our application loads. So what changes I have to do here?
Make default is a instead of home, make it a login page.
Nice. So here for home, I will add URL as a /home, and for login, I will add URL as a /. Okay, for example. Now I have to do changes in my nav bar also. So in the nav JSX, here for home, it should be /home. And for sign in, right now, I'm keeping it /. That's it. Now, if you go back here, now whenever your application loads, you will show sign in. But when I'm showing sign in, I don't want to show this nav bar. Right now we are showing this nav bar, but I don't want to show this nav bar. So what I have to do for this? Understood, right? So whenever you are showing login, we don't want to show nav bar. That is the first thing we have to do. One more thing what we can do, guys, here is, now see this routes, where we are maintaining these routes, we are maintaining in the routing component only. If you want, you can maintain this outside this file. Maybe in some other file, like inside the routing folder only, I will create route.js file or routes.js file. In that JS file, I will maintain this data. And from here, I will export it. And in the routing, I will import it. Import routes. Let me just write import from /routes. What we want to import? Routes. And what we have to do now, all these components we are using here, right? So can we just remove all this from here? And can we import here? Okay, now let's see whether it works fine or not. So here we got /home. Let me just check if something is going wrong. Right click, go to inspect. and check your console. So unexpected, acha. Now here, this is the issue. This code, here it is not able to recognize. Okay, so can we convert this into JSX file in that case? Routing.jsx 18 not found. Okay, now we got it. Okay, but here we are getting this warning, right? Use, it is saying us use key props. Now, because here we are listing out, so what we can do is we can just add here one key props and we can add some unique value. So here unique value I can take from here. We don't have any ID. So in that case, we will take from this index. Something like index plus 100 we will give. Each time it will be unique value. So again, if I refresh, that warning will go off. Now here we have home, sign in. Let me click on home. We got home, sign in and sign up. See how changes we are doing. Slowly things we are changing. First, we are writing everything at one place. Now slowly we are moving our code into different places. Now why we are doing like this? So that everything will be simple and easy to maintain. Okay. So here, if I want to add any route, simply I will add here. That's it. Suppose I have created here products page, right? Inside SRC under pages, I have a products. In this, let's assume that I am creating product component or products component, React function component. Now here simply I will add one H2. I will say products component. Now for this products component, I want to create a route. So the first change what I have to do, I have to go to the nav bar. I have to add one link there. So under components, we have nav. Here I have to add one link. Let's assume that I am adding one link here. Slash products. And here products. Now whenever I click on products link, I just want to show products component. If I click on this, I want to show here products component. In that case, what I need to do, guys? What I need to do now? I have to create what I have to create. Understood what I have done? I have just created a products component right now. Under pages, yesterday I have created one products folder, right? In that I just created one file called products.jsx. In that I have created products component. And in my nav bar, I have added one link called products. That is the reason that link is visible here. Now my requirement is the moment I click on this products, that products component should be visible here. So what I need to do now? So that I can see
Insert
product
a routes file.
inside a routes file or routing file. Okay, let's just check. Yeah, here this is the routing folder. In that we have two files, routing.jsx and routes.jsx. So in which file I need to go?
Routes.
Okay, nice. I need to go to the routes. Then what I have to do here?
Add path and component.
Okay, so first I have to add one object here. Here I have to add path and simply have to say slash products, comma component. Which component? Product component. So to use that, first import it. Import products component. So dot slash pages slash products slash products. Now this products component use here. Okay, and add one comma. That's it. Now if you go back here, now see you got products component. You got here products component. So I will just go to nav var once. Here we have this h1, right? So I will just try to make it h3 right now, so that it looks like this. Or I will just try with h2. H2 is fine. So here we got e-commerce app, and here we got 4 links now. If I click on home, I got home. If I click on products, I got products. If I click on sign in, sign up. Now, what is our requirement? Our requirement is whenever user visits my application first time, by default, we want to navigate him to the sign in component. That also be done. But we don't want to show this nav bar. We want to show this nav bar only if user logins. Only if user logins. So how I can hide this nav component? That is what we have to understand. Okay. So for this, what we will do now, we have our React component. In this React component, we will implement Redux now. We will implement Redux. In this Redux, we will maintain one property. We will maintain one property. First, we will maintain one object. In that object, we will maintain one property. That is logged in. Is logged in. And by default, we will keep the value as a false. We will keep the value as a false. So what we are going to do inside our Redux, by default, we will maintain a data called is logged in. And by default, the data of is logged in should be false. Now this property we will access in our app component, and we will check whether is logged in value is false or true. If it is true, it means user is logged in. In that case, we will navigate user to the home component and we will show the nav component. Suppose is logged in property is false, then we will hide that nav component and we will show only login component. That is our task now. What is our task? Our task is first we have to implement Redux. In that Redux, by default, we have to store a property called is logged in, whose value should be false. Okay. Now, whenever user logins, whenever we implement login functionality, at that time, whenever user logins, we will make this value to true. Now, based on this property, we will decide whether user should navigate to sign in page, login page, or home page. Whether we have to show nav bar or we want to hide nav bar based on this property. So if it is true, we will show home page and nav bar. If it is false, we will show only sign in page. We will not show even nav bar. So first we have to implement Redux now. Yeah, to implement Redux, which library I have to install? Which library I have to install?
Redux.
Yes, I have to install Redux. And
React Redux.
nice, React Redux. And to check the visibility of Redux store,
Logger.
Redux logger. So these are the three libraries we have to install, or three packages. Can I just go back to my command prompt and can I install here npm install Redux? If you want to install multiple packages at same time, just add space, add the another package name, space, another package name. Click on enter. So at a time, we are installing three different packages. All got installed. Let's be unmute. Okay, all three packages got installed. Just to verify whether all these three got installed or not, go to package.json and just check here under dependencies. So React Redux got, React Redux got, and Redux Logger also got installed. Yeah, I have muted it. Okay. Still, you're getting any background noise from my end? No, it's not. So now let's implement Redux. So to implement Redux, what we have to do now? Under your SRC, you can create one subfolder called store. In that, we can create a file called store.js. And here, let's import a function from Redux. And what is the name of that function, guys? What is the name of the function?
Legacy, create legacy.
Yeah, legacy underscore create store. Now if you want to give any alias name to it, just add as and just give some alias name. So I'm just giving create store. Alias name means like a nickname. Instead of using this word, now we can use this word. Now here I'm calling create store. And whenever I call create store, it is going to return me a store. So I can just hold that. Now, what else I have to do, guys? I have to export this store from here. Now we have to make this store available to all our components. So for that, we have to go to the main.jsx. We have to import, first of all, our store. Then we have to import. What we have to import, guys?
Provider.
Yes, from where?
Redux.
It's a React Redux. Okay. From React Redux, you have to import provider component. And now you have to wrap. I will wrap all this in the provider component. And provider component will take one props, that is store, whose value also should be store. So here, now we have just created a Redux store. Next, what we have to create? Next, we have to create a reducer, right? So can we create a separate folder for it? Reducer. Now under reducer, I am creating a file called something like login reducer.js. So what is reducer, guys? Reducer is a simple JavaScript function which takes two parameters, current state of your Redux and
Some
action object. And here we have to write some code to modify our current state of the Redux and return that modified the state. Return the modified state. So right now, by default, I want to store some data. So what I will do here is, I will just create here initial data as one object in that is logged in property and whose value I will keep as a false. And this I will pass to this state as a default value. And I will export this reducer from here. Now this reducer we have to import in our store. And we have to pass as a first argument to the create store. This is how we have to create a reducer and register that reducer with our store. Now store is also ready. Okay, now we are not sending any data from our component into Redux store. Right now we are not sending any data. So right now we don't require dispatch. We don't require action also. So right now what we did, guys, we just created a Redux and we have created one reducer. We have created one reducer. And we have connected this reducer with our Redux. And inside our Redux, we are maintaining one object in that is logged in property with the value false we are maintaining. Okay, now in our React application, we have an app component. We have which component? We have app component here. This is your app component. Now in this app component, first I want this value. This value, false value, I want in my app component. So this value I want in my app component. So that if I have this value in my app component, then based on this, I can do conditional rendering for my nav component. I can do conditional rendering for my nav component. Like if it is a false, then I will not show nav component. If it is true, then only I will show nav component like that. So now inside the app component, we need to access the data of Redux. Then tell me how to access the data of Redux. How can we access the data of Redux?
we have to use selectors.
Nice. We have to use selector. So go to the app.jsx. Here we have to import use selector from React Redux library. Now can I call that use selector here? And use selector will take one callback function. And that callback function is going to return something. And it will have access to complete store data. So I will say is logged in. So variable name also I will take is logged in. And from this store data, which is object, from that I want to return is logged in value. Now for this nav, I will write that condition. See here, inside the div, I am taking curly braces and I am saying is logged in. If it is a true, then what we have to show? We have to show nav component, nothing but we have to render nav component. If is logged in is false, in that case, don't show anything. So you can pass null. Null means don't show anything, don't render anything. That is the meaning. Pass null. Okay, if I go back here now see, only sign in component is visible on the screen. Only sign in component is visible on the screen. Apart from that, nothing. The moment I make, if I just go back to that reducer, because initial value we are defining here, if I make it true, and if I save it, here also same. Now sign in with navbar is visible. If I make it false, it means the moment I change my Redux data, my UI is getting changed. Sign in. Understood, guys? Understood or felt complex? Let me know your views on chat, guys. Understood whatever I have done, or you felt a little bit complex, or you did not understood, or you got confused. Whatever you felt, let me know on the chat, guys. Everybody, let me know. What is your views? So that I can understand how things are going to you. So if you're not understanding, then there is no use of moving forward, right? Yeah. So little bit complex until unless you do it. When you do it, it will be easy. Yeah. By seeing you, we might fit acha, 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 this much, this much, this much, how to do. You will feel like that. But just you have to understand concept. Once you understand concept, now you have to go back and you have to sit and you have to do. Until unless you want to do, you won't get 100% confidence. That is sure. When you listen class, you will understand the concept. Acha, I have to do like this, I have to do like this. So you will not be able to remember all these steps just by watching. So what you have to do after this session, you have to go back and you have to sit and you have to start developing. Wherever you stuck, watch recording or watch code and just understand where you got stuck. And once you get solution, again move forward. Again, if you get stuck somewhere, again watch the recording or watch the notes or watch the code and develop it. So like this, you have to finish today's task today itself. Suppose you are able to finish it properly from scratch to end by watching some videos, by watching some code, and you understood the concept. Again, you have to start. Then what you have to do just for practice purpose, again, you have to start from scratch. Suppose again you stuck somewhere. Again, you watch video, watch code, again complete it. Once you have completed, again you have to start from start. Again you have to start from scratch. So this process you have to repeat till you are able to implement everything without seeing any notes, without watching any recording, with understanding. You have to repeat this process till you are not watching any recording, you are not referring any notes and doing everything with understanding. This is what we call as a practice. Okay, because now if you develop like this, now people will ask, one question will come, can you tell me how you have used Redux in your application? Now here you can give this use case. You can give this use case. This is called use case. What people will ask in your interviews, okay, do you know React? You will say yes. Do you know Redux? You will say yes. Did you implement Redux in your application? You will say yes. Can you tell me one scenario how you have used Redux in your application? Now you can tell this scenario. Now you can tell that I have a situation where I have to show only sign-in component or sign-in page whenever user visits my application. I want to hide my nav bar. So for that, what I have did, I have implemented Redux. In my Redux, I have maintained a property with a Boolean value. By default, it is a false. So based on that Boolean value, I am writing a condition in my app component, in my application to show navbar or hide navbar. Like that. Now, whenever user logins, if login became successful, then you have to update the value of Redux to true, guys. Okay, that point you have to understand. Whenever login is successful, then we have to update this value to true, because if this value became true, then only home page and nav bar will be visible. Okay, now what I want to do, whenever it becomes true, I want to show nav bar and home page. Right now we are showing only sign up page, but if I make this value true, we are showing nav bar, that work is done, but we are showing sign up page only. I don't want to show sign up page, I want to show home page. So for this, what we can do is, we can go back to nav. Here, path of home also we will give only slash. So path of home and sign in, both are slash only. Now we will go to our routing dot. Let's go to routing. In that, let's go to routes. Here we will go to routes. Here we will write one condition. Here I want to write one condition. What is that condition is? If that Boolean value is true, if the Boolean value is true, then I want to show home component, or else I want to show login component. Now, how we can do that, guys? Understood the task? Now, task is, whenever my value is true, whenever my is logged in value is true, I want to show nav bar and home page. I don't want to show sign in page. Whenever the is logged in value is false, I want to show only sign in page. So the moment I make that value true, the moment I make this value true, I want to show nav bar and home page. But if that value is false, in this case, if this value is false, then I want to show sign in page here. But here, now I have done some changes in my nav bar. That's why I'm getting home page here. I don't want to show home page. I want to show sign in page. So in nav bar, if I get back that changes, like here, if I just make it back to home, then you will have a sign in page. So here /home /product /sign in. Here we have a false. Okay. Let me stop my application and restart it. Let me get back to the original position where we are. Here it is showing sign in. Some changes I have to do.
Routes page.
Here also I have to change, right? Here I have to make it home. Okay, now we got here sign in. So right now the situation is, whenever our application we visit, we are showing sign in page. Okay, that is perfectly fine. This is what we wanted. Okay, but if user gets logged in, so the moment we make it true, true means user is logged in. The moment user is logged in, we wanted to show nav bar, we are showing that part. And here we don't want to show sign in, we want to show home page. We want to show home page. That is our requirement. Okay. So will you work on this part? Just check whether you will be able to do or not. If not, tomorrow I will explain how to do this. Okay. So guys, whenever I give task, you try first. If you try, there are a lot of chances that you will be able to do. Suppose you are not able to do, you stuck somewhere or you're not able to proceed from certain point. When I explain, when I give the solution, then you will understand, acha, I got stuck here and this is what we have to do. So in this way, you will start learning the things. So next time, whenever you get such scenario, you will understand the solution. You will know how to resolve that part. Okay. Yeah. So try this. I will push this code right now. So you can just have a look on my code. Just go through exactly what I have done. If you get any kind of issues, use WhatsApp. Just put your queries on the WhatsApp group. Okay, I will update this pinned file. So anytime randomly, I can ask anyone to show this, share this screen, guys. Okay. So that you have to show me how much you have done. See, daily I cannot check everyone's. So at least I can check 1 or 2 persons randomly. So you guys have to do. And if you're not able to do, then you have to discuss, sir, I have done till here. From here, I'm not able to move. Like that. Yeah, that's all, guys. Let's meet tomorrow. I'm just pushing this code in the on the GitHub. Within 2 minutes, you should be able to get it. Chai latte.